of the Kentucky,
Is your mic on?
yes, it's
Okay.
as on as I can get it. It's got a little green light on it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Chair's about to call the Kentucky Legislative Ethics Commission meeting for Monday, March 17th, 2025 at 10 a.m. to order. Would ask Lori if you would call the, Danita, if she would call the roll, please.
Sure.
And when you answer, would you say where you are located physically?
Jeff Greer,
Here, Frankfort, Kentucky.
Ernie Harris,
Here, and I'm in my home in Oldham County.
Dave Nicholas,
Here, I'm in the Capitol Annex.
Michael Schull,
Here in the Capitol Annex in Frankfort.
Marie Rader,
Here in the Capitol.
Tanya Pullen,
Here in Greenup County.
Gail Russell,
Here, Jefferson County.
Sal Santoro,
Here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, at my house.
Arnold Simpson.
Here in Covington.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum and duly constituted to business. You have before you the minutes of the January 14th, 2025 meeting. Are there any changes?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that they be approved as spelled.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Appearing to be none. All those who favor the motion signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and it is so ordered. We're now ready for our staff report. Miss Emily?
Thank you, Chairman Nicholas. We've been really busy, as you can imagine, with the legislative session going on the last couple of months. So first off, I'd like to recognize Lori Smither with our budget report.
All right. Hi. So we've got, we didn't have a meeting January, but you all do have the report, the budget report from January, for January's meeting. This one and today's is February. We've got all this data from our EMAR system in the state, from the fiscal officer, and up to now, everything is within the perimeters of our spending from year to date, and all looks good. No changes.
Good, thank you.
We need a motion to approve the report as filed, the January and February reports.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the financial report. Any discussion? Appearing to be none. All those who favor the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and it is so ordered. I'm going to remind my colleagues at the desk here that in order for you to be heard by the people on Zoom, you have to have your mic keyed on, okay? So just remember that. If you're going to say anything profound, just turn your mic on beforehand. Next is legislative report. Stephen?
Dave, if it's okay with you, I'm going to go on and let Lori and Donita talk about the reporting compliance,
Sure,
and then I
that's
can
fine.
have Stephen come up and take Lori's spot. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So you all can talk about reporting compliance during the January period and any late fines that we were collected during that time.
You want to? You can. If you want. You want me to? I don't care.
Yeah.
So in January, we had approximately 15 forms out and collected $750 in fines from late employers and lobbyists.
Wow.
We now have the February reporting forms coming in, and they are due today, actually. So we are getting lots of calls and emails about changing passwords and getting their forms in timely. And then we collect these every every month or every time we have forms due. So if you all want, we can always update you how many fines we collect each time forms are due. They're due 6 times per year. And we really make revenue on some of these people that don't file timely.
And it's in our annual report we do every year that you can look at them for the year, fiscal year.
I'd also like to add, I think this is true, Lori, didn't you take on a bigger role this last reporting period with respect to the agent report?
Yes, I started doing I've done it a few months now, just slowly transitioning in to doing all the late notices and fines and things for the agent side of things. And it's going well.
So you're the mean person who doles out the fines.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I have my charm that I put in on it too, though.
You're way too charming.
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments, any questions regarding those reports?
The beautiful thing about it all is that once we get through the period, even though we have some people that are late, we ended up last month with complete compliance.
Yeah.
In other words,
Wow.
all the reports are in. Just a few of them were late, and we were able to collect late fines on the ones that were late.
Yeah.
Cool. Very nice. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I was just going to give you a little update on the legislation. Is this on? I never know if it's on. Good. All right. So the commission had wished to move forward with some potential legislation this session. We did end up getting a sponsor. It's a freshman representative, Kim Holloway. And I believe the bill was filed on the last day possible for House bills. But Representative Holloway is from Mayfield. She represents Graves County and part of McCracken County. Emily and I were able to meet with her on March 4th to discuss the bill, potential progress, or just the possibility of it moving forward. There wasn't a lot of optimism that it would be able to move forward, just given the short span of the short session. But she was very interested in the bill and asked if we'd be able to meet over the interim to further discuss how we can get this rolling as soon as possible next session, probably. I don't want to speak for her. She just seemed very open to that. And that way we wouldn't have some of the delays that are caused by getting in halfway through the session and it's just not maybe as high a priority as some of the other things that they're now stuck with dealing with. So she has a great background in counseling and things that she's seen a lot of the issues that we're talking about in the bill. So I think she's a great sponsor. Hopefully we can talk to her in the interim and move forward. And we gave her a little history. This is her first session with the General Assembly, but she seemed very eager to meet with us.
Sounds great.
Yeah. And then I was also going to update you on the financial disclosure statements that are due each year. All of the members of the General Assembly, as well as upper management in the Legislative Research Commission, as well as former members of the General Assembly that just ended their terms and did not come back for whatever reason. All of those have financial disclosure statements that are due. We have gotten all of the current members, all of the Legislative Research Commission staff, and all of the former General Assembly members except for one. We have reached out several times to former Representative Jacob Justice with not much response. We have sent him a certified letter with regard to there's a $100 fine at this point, and hopefully we hear from him very soon, and we'll help him in any way we can to get his form in. But that's the only one that's outstanding at this time. All the others are in and appear to be, based on our review, compliant with the requirements of what they have to fill out. So feel pretty good about it, but we're focusing still on the one last one to get in.
Sounds good. Any questions regarding that? Okay. Anything else from a staff report?
Donita, if you could address them on training,
Sure.
the training efforts that we've had.
Sure. Emily, a few months ago, suggested that going forward, maybe we could start a monthly Zoom training for lobbyists and employers, or anybody in the public that work with lobbyists and employers could join on a monthly basis. We could just have it in our office on a Zoom, and then we can go over anything that any questions they may have, forms, how to file forms. So we were talking, and once session gets over, which will be the end of March, we're going to try this on a temporary basis to see how it works. But we've got one planned for April 22nd at 2 p.m. It's going to be a Monday. And we're going to send this out in our newsletter. We'll send out a special email with the link and the code so people can join. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. But if we could do a training once a month, then anybody can join. If nobody shows up, we'll just turn the meeting off. But if people want to join, or if we even have one person, we can educate them about ethics and go over our forms and the filing process. And it may help us with late filers or anybody that might be filing their forms incorrectly. We're excited to try this out and see how it goes.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I would add to that is we've been working to obtain certification from legislators who happen to be late or miss the current issue seminar that we held on January the 8th. We're almost 100% compliant on that. You all may remember that was a very it was a cold day. There'd been snow and so forth, and so we had a couple of legislators that were late, and then one that missed it. So we're working on making sure we have compliance on that, on that too.
Okay.
The only other thing is you all have the informal opinions in your notebook, and if you all have any questions about any particular opinion that's been written, the discussion should be in executive session.
Okay. Anything else from a staff report? Okay. Pursuant to 61-810 sub 1 sub C and K, the chair will entertain a motion that the commission go into executive session to discuss confidential complaints and informal opinions if necessary.
So moved.
Have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Appearing to be none. All those who favor the motion signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and it is so ordered. We need to